Welcome back, it's Doug MPA. Guys, modern women are up to their necks in debt. Car payments too high, mortgages they can't afford, and student loan debt that is out of control. Like I say on all my student loan debt videos, guys, a woman's debt should be a disqualifier for consideration for serious relationship or marriage. Do not get with a woman with a whole bunch of debt, guys. So this woman here is going to talk about overcoming the financial stress of her student loan debt and how she just can't seem to get ahead of it. So we're going to see what this woman has to say about her student loan debt. Before I do that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. It shows you support me, what I'm doing over here. Let's get into this.
How are we managing our income and debt? You see, I think it's okay if I say this on TikTok. This is my personal platform.
Most 304s share way too much on social media anyway, so you might as well go along with it.
have approximately $30,000 in student debt.
$30,000?
Jesus H. Christ.
Here's the sad part about $30,000 in student loan debt with modern 304s, guys, is that this is kind of best case scenario. This really isn't that bad. She looks like she's in her mid-20s, maybe 25. If you haven't checked out my student loan debt videos, I'll put a link to the playlist at the end of this video in the description. I have 20 some odd compilations of women just like this. And we've seen women with $100,000, $200,000, $250,000, $300,000 worth of student loan debt. So $30,000 actually isn't that bad.
I don't regret that. If you're in my comments saying you should have gone to trade school, that's just not what I wanted for my life. Thank you very much, though, for your concern and your comments. But I have approximately $30,000 of student debt, and I have a very good job that I'm extremely grateful for. But despite, having a really good job and living fairly frugally, I'm not the biggest spender.
Okay, so there's a big difference between when a man says he lives frugally and when a woman says she lives frugally. You guys put in the comments what you think the differences are between a man and a woman saying they live frugally. I'm going to give you my opinion. Men are willing to make the sacrifices to get out of debt. They'll move out of a house or out of an apartment into a room in somebody's house or a basement. If they have two cars, they'll sell that car, or they might sell their car and take the bus. Men will start cooking at home, not go out at all, and maybe on Sundays they'll have their friends come over to watch the game. They'll buy a couple of video games and play video games all year long instead of going out. See, women, they may not buy a lot of clothes, a lot of material things, but what gets a lot of modern women is a need to live a lifestyle. I have to travel. I have to go to brunch every single Sunday. I have to go to wine night with my friends. It's the lifestyle that'll cost. I guarantee you that's what she's doing. There are plenty of things that she could cut out of her lifestyle that she refuses not to do. That's why she is where she is.
Buy new clothes all the time. I don't have a ton of credit card debt. My credit card debt is very reasonable. It's like groceries, the occasional going out to eat. There are some non-negotiables for me, things that just make me happy.
There it is, guys. I told you.
Occasionally getting a Starbucks strawberry acai. You get the picture. I'm really not a big spender, but I can't seem to get out of this student debt, and I can't seem to rise above not having enough money. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
I can tell you what you're doing wrong. You got to attack your debt. You have to be shameful of your debt. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm shameful of my debt. And I have to get rid of it. I hate looking at credit card. All consumer debt, I hate it. My car is paid off. I have one credit card I don't use. I don't like debt. And it's part of my integrity as a man that when I take out debt or owe somebody money, I pay them back. Your character and your word is important as a man, guys. Pay off your debts. Don't be sitting here like these 304s hoping for student loan debt forgiveness and all that crap.
Does anybody else have this issue? How are we getting out of this? What are we doing? How do we pay off student loans? It's a grad student loan. I don't know if the undergrad and grad student have different interest rates, but like, you know, I will pay $800 a month, but it still seems that the loan is not going down because of the interest rate. Like, is that true? No, it is very slowly going down, but that interest rate is predatory, it feels like. No, it's not what it feels like. It is predatory. There shouldn't be interest rates on federal student loans.
But the thing about it is, she's calling it predatory, but you had to sign on the promissory note. You read exactly what you were getting into. And women try every way to not hold themselves accountable for the decisions. But at this point, guys, if you've watched all my student loan debt videos, we've heard every single excuse in the book. I was young. I was dumb. I'm an immigrant. You know, I'm a first generation college student. You know, the system, white people, all that stuff, guys. No excuses, young lady. You sign on the line, the bill is due.
But thank you for listening to my rant. What are we doing? How are we rising above?
You're paying off your debt, and that's the thing with the next 4 years. You know, uh, our president elect right now, he's gonna make sure that all the student loan forgiveness foolishness is getting thrown out, and I guarantee you, he's gonna start pushing legislation where everyone who's defaulted on the loans and having some kind of break from having to pay, they're gonna have to start paying or face severe penalties, and I'm all for it, guys. No one's a victim when it comes to student loans because you have to sign on the line. This girl knew exactly what she was getting into. She knew exactly what she signed for. She seems, you know, nice makeup on, in a nice car, hair done, hasn't missed any meals. She can make some sacrifices. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.